The morning, they were actually part of the group that the defense had argued was disrupting the jury. What we can tell you, though, now is that Daniel PennY has been found not guilty of criminally negligent homicide. That was the second count. Remember, the first count, the jury could not come to a conclusive decision on a unanimous decision. But this one, they were unanimous, not guilty. The jury deliberating for more than 24 hours across 5 days before finally reaching this verdict. Daniel PennY found not guilty on all counts. On Friday, the judge overseeing dismissed the more severe charge of second-degree manslaughter, which carried a 15-year maximum sentence after the jury was unable to reach that unanimous verdict on that count. Now, a jury of 12 New Yorkers been locked down in that courtroom, like we said, for 5 days. It was 24 hours of deliberations trying to get to that first count. Once the judge dismissed that first count, they went to the second count, and that's when they finally got this decision where he was found not guilty of criminally negligent homicide. Now
for this made smoother than your smoothest criminal. Shamo, about that money, what we get into. Shamo, about that money, get residuals. Shamo.
What it do, people? You're now tuned in.
Popovich.
Popovich
TV. Oh yeah.
We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. To everybody else, you already know. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. Let's talk about the petty guy getting acquitted and on some whole shit. Jigga, Kelly, not guilty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Try to take me for my money and book me, but I'm not guilty. I just did the show on Hove, and we'll talk about him a little bit with the, you know, the new developments in that story with the allegations, etc. But anyway, we know JordaN NeeLY. If you don't know him, he was a frequent subway performer, as I like to say. Challenge, or some Bill Cosby shit, nigga. Challenge, and let me see what you could do. And apparently he was good at imitating Mike, right? Came on the subway one day acting crazy, and you know, the military dude ended up choking him out and offing him, you know what I'm saying? Got charged for it, etc. We see what's going on with the news, but first, before I even dive deeper into it, what I want to say is obviously it's the elephant in the room where, you know, one is black, one is white, you know what I mean? It's that element. You can't escape, you know what I mean, that the hat is white, matching shining with the, you know what I mean, with the baby. Like, you can't escape that part. That is the facts. But I don't want to come at it on some Black Lives Matter, and I was wondering where these people was at anyway, is these last couple of months and you laying low, you know what I mean? From the stuff and the rumblings, we've been hearing about you. Black Lives Matter, and anybody that supported, and y'all know if y'all fuck with the channel, at one time I was out marching the wooden shoulders, soldiers, had the mask on that said Black Lives Matter, get caught up in the wave like, oh, I'm for the people, right? And you see, oh, this shit is a money grab, oh, this shit is this, oh, this shit is smoke and mirrors, and it's not really what it seems to be. And you get duped in it, self-included, right? Little confusion and distraction, and that's another note. But I was wondering where the fuck they was at. Like, you got your bag, you move towards the white people that hate us, etc. And I'm being funny, but I'm not. Now this shit happened. Obviously, JordaN NeeLY, you know, again, he got killed. And although one is black, one is white, what I really see, I just see an overzealous individual, probably a coward, and I know he served, and I have family that served on military and our military, and also on the, you know, the police force. Rest in peace, right? It's a tough job for anybody, and that's why I be bugging out when people sign up for certain jobs. Like, damn, you signing up to do this type of shit every single day? You got to be a certain type of person, right? So, boom. One person, you know, as I see is, you know, got some training, been to the military, so you got basic training at least. You know how to do a little something, wax on, wax off, load a gun, I mean, clean it, do some swimming techniques, do some fighting techniques. I'm just assuming, right? Basic academy shit. You bigger than them. You see he's sporadic, and then you didn't even confront, like, it's for the jurors, right? Again, the legal system took place, whether you agree or you don't agree. I don't agree. I understand why some people do agree. But for those same New Yorkers as myself, I'm on the bike a lot. I'm on the subway. I'm on the bus. I'm in the Uber. I'm in my own whip. I'm moving around all through the city, all different type of ways. And I've been on the subway plenty of times. You see mentally disturbed people, mentally, you know, people that need help, whether they just acting it so they need attention or whether they really going through some shit. And it's hard to decipher. Some be smelling, so you move to the next car. Some may be doing some indecent shit. You say, yo, motherfucker, put your shit back in your, you know what I mean? Like, it's people on the train. You do address it. When does the overzealousness, though, when does that come into play? Because I get it. Like, people were saying they scared, and that's the law, you know, as they, you know, lay out the law, the letter of the law, I should say. And they say, hey, well, you know, even if no hands was placed, and he just was boisterous and loud, like, I'm ready to crash out today. I'm ready to do woo, 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 and and people is clutching their purses. Some people are scared. I would say that could be definitely true. I'm not going to judge nobody's scaredness. I'm going to say as a New Yorker myself, and I am a man, and I've seen some things, so I'm not going to scare easily. You see somebody talking out loud or, you know, saying, doing some wild shit, like, is this nigga really trying to just irk my ride, or is she really, you know what I mean, in distress? And again, you either go to the next car, you go to the next seat, you know what I mean, you tell them shut the fuck up, you know what I mean, like, yo, go over there with that shit. It's too early for that, and I'm having a bad day. I've seen plenty of people address mentally challenged people, right? So for the jurors, maybe y'all wasn't of that cloth. You only got on the bus or the train and everything was peaceful. You never seen nigga come on, start breakdancing and flipping on the bars. And you're like, I'm just trying to get the parole. I'm just trying to go to, I'm just trying to get to work. Like, you know what I mean? I gotta be this shit, I mean? Like, y'all niggas is holding the door, your mans in them walking around with the motherfucking hat, and y'all want donations, and I'm just trying to get to work, to parole, go see my, like, you trying to do what you do. Yeah, we see it. You get used to it. You might even throw a tip. You see the kids coming on. Listen, I ain't trying to be out here robbing and stealing y'all niggas. Can y'all just donate? We trying to get some jerseys for the basketball team. We just trying to get some smoking tin. And we don't really want to be out here doing the most for, like, you see people bowl like that on New York subway. Like, I just want some weed. Like, you know what I mean? You donating to me and my man so we can get out of y'all face or not? Like, now I mean, like, this is what it's come to. And so for you to see a brother acting a little erratic or saying he gonna do some shit, cool. You choke him up from behind, like, you don't even approach the nigga like, yo, go to the next car with that shit. My nigga, you scaring the people. And I don't know if he did or not, but I didn't hear that. Choke him up from the back, you know what I mean? And you got him, the other brothers help you. All right, cool. You doing a good thing because now the interview is out. You speaking now, so we get to dissect you a little bit and see, you know, how you giving it up. Seem real happy to do what he did, and I'll do it again, even if I means doing it. Like, you don't even know us, my nigga. You ain't no motherfucking Bruce Wayne. This ain't Gotham City, and you don't know none of us. And you don't owe nothing to us, and that's not to say that Good Samaritans shouldn't do nothing. But you get him. You got him to do, because this would be the same argument that I'm using that we would use for the officers for a lot of us that don't understand sometimes the job that they got to do, myself included. Nigga that been in cars that got done dirty by the police in prison and on the outside. A lot of them is foul, even though you break the law, they take it a step beyond on some Donald Trump. You know, rough them up a little bit when you putting them in the car. You know what I mean? You could just shove their head in, like, some of them beyond that. Like, nah, this nigga just robbed the jury store. This nigga just did X, Y, Z. So it's my job as the law is not only to arrest you, but to put foot in ass. Some of them give it up like that. So they don't watch your head. Or they put you in, don't strap you in, like that video a homie was just in the back seat getting tossed around crazy, end up breaking his neck and all that. Like, no, I mean, they give it up like that. That doesn't make it right because you broke the law. It's still upon you to carry out the law and do what's right. So I brought them up to say, people be like, yo, why they ain't taser? Why they ain't taser? Why they ain't taser? Me shot that little young boy because they ain't playing. They pull out their gun, and they kill. You know what I mean? Like, that's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. Like, oh, but you're black. And although we see it happen to all ethnicities, I'm just keeping it on us because that's where I'm from. Like, you know what I mean? It's rough in the GHETTO. Got to learn how to hear even though C no. I only could talk about where I'm from with it. And we see it often too many times. So I see this dude, the petty nigga, you know what I mean? Daniel PennY, not as a hero, as somebody that maybe had intentions of stopping the ruckus and bring the motherfucking ruckus. After 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, we start getting into the Eric Garners and the Radio Raheems, which is a fictitious character from motherfucking Do the Right Thing in the 80s. A nigga cry when Radio Raw, like when you first seen the movie, and when I seen it, you know what I mean, as a child, as an adolescent. Adolescents move my body malfreshen or some nah shit, and they choked him out and just go limp, then they just drop that nigga on his face. This shit been happening. And so now when you see homie again, minus the race part, it's just one man overpowering another man with some help. When do you say, all right, I got this nigga now? Like, you still holding on. The train opened up. People is getting off. The festivities is over. So what's the elongation for? Same thing when we gonna ask the nigga with George for like 8, 9 minutes. Like, damn, bro. How much times he got to call out for his moms or say he can't breathe? Eric Garner, how many times he got to say I can't breathe over some cigarettes? You know what I mean? Or whatever the case is from. Once you got a person defeated and subdued, why are you still holding on? Why you still? Then you even hear the person. That's why I'm not surprised that he's found not guilty. Even without the race part, ex-military. You know, Mayor Adams always speak about New Yorkers. You see something, do something, say something. That's part of what some of it's about. You know what I mean? Stepping up. You see two ladies getting, you know, somebody doing some dumb shit to some kids. I would hope some men would say, nah, you doing a little bit too much. Take it that way. I may not arrest you and do a citizen's arrest, but a nigga could put his foot in your ass like, yo, go over there. We see that. I've seen it. Maybe it's not as you know, as relevant as it once was. But all I'm saying is, when is enough enough? When do you have somebody, like, even as kids, we played, you know, you hold your breath, put your back on the wall, and somebody come hold your chest mad long for like 30 seconds, 40 seconds. Then a nigga fall out. And I mean, we played the show, you choke him out, you let him go. And one, you know, my man Troy, he got let go in the supermarket, and that nigga, his face hit that marble floor. Like Cam said, the floors is mad. Yep, the marble's heated. Like, nigga had the big dookie knot in his face. I was like, oh shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you choked him out, but then you let him go. He's defenseless now. It's like a defenseless receiver. You just fall into your death on some slow, you know what I mean? Like, blown away type shit. Even then, we ain't choke niggas out too long. So you got training, my guy. He's smaller than you, and you had help. That's what brings the cowardness in it to me. Definitely not going to say, you know, hero. I would lean more towards like somebody that was overzealous, and when you hear him like, I do it again. You sound too overzealous, my nigga, to want to do something like that. Then what if it was some strong other type of nigga? Now I'm looking at you with the side eye, like JordaN NeeLY was $110 with some mashed potatoes in his pocket. And I'm being funny, but I'm not. Rest in peace and condolences to his family. You know what I mean? This is the last thing I'll say before we get off the topic. Y'all not gonna get a little long-winded on certain topics, right? Nigga be feeling passionate. But it's the father side, right? You got people in the comments, they swear they know nigga life. And what's your life like? Mine's is real. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all niggas thinking what y'all reading in the source is real. I mean, it's not real, folks. What you seeing online, some of it is not real. When you look in the comments, you'll swear. And I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm not just taking what some comments say, especially if I don't at least Google it. They're like, yo, his father was a deadbeat dad, and now he's suing the state and all that. Like, his son just got murdered. Like, he don't supposed to sue nobody. He don't supposed to try to seek nothing. Just go home, your son got murdered. He shouldn't have been on the train doing what he was doing, having mental problems. He should have been in your house. And you should have been watching him 24/7. Because you don't got a life. Because you ain't talk with him. Because you never set him down. Because you never got him help. How do you know all these things, people? Y'all niggas, the detectives, like crazy. Like, nah. Because what had happened was, 1 centimeter from the right corner, the bullet ricocheted, and then shorty, she was on a cell phone in the 5C tower. They caught her on 39th Street. Like, yo, word? That's how they caught that nigga? Like, yo, niggas making up shit like you smoking on the good. You know what I mean? And you making up shit like, nah. Because the phone call came in exactly when the lights cut out. So this gotta be it. How the fuck y'all know he was a deadbeat dad? How you know he didn't try to help his son? How do you know, even if he wasn't the greatest of dads, now that his son got choked out in the public manner, And now when you Google the shit like I did today to get the names right, to get the dates right, they ain't even saying Jordan Neely name like that. They just talking about Petty, like, yo, he about to be sitting in the bleachers or whatever with Trump and all that. And y'all heard what Trump said. That's why I quoted him. Like, yo, when you roughing up the criminals and you doing your job, officers, and I'm not trying to fear Marvin because I'm the one that's like, listen, Project 25, Project 39, nigga, what you gonna do? You letting them come in the raid or you gonna go all out? Or you gonna link with the people that's with you? That's all you really could do. All that other shit, when the phone's off, it's only one to call on for the scared niggas. Like, yo, is this gonna happen? So what you gonna do about it? That's a side note. But back to Trump, like, yo, rough them niggas up when you putting them in the car. Don't be too nice to them when they breaking the law. Like, he want to establish law and order. So I'm not surprised that he in the bleachers with, Jerry Jones. And I don't know if he was there, but I know he was somewhere. And a lot of people see him as a hero. I don't. Again, because I would have loved to see if he was some other type of nigga. The nigga that took the stab in the back from the Spanish joint. And he got shot in the head and he still lived. That was a strong brother. He was wilding, but he was strong. I'd love to see him. You try to confront somebody that was bigger than you or a little more challenged than NeeLY. And then you sneak him from the back. You get help. You ain't no motherfucking hero because you was scared to even do it by yourself. That's why you snuck him. You ain't even at least tell a nigga like, yo, get off the next stop, my nigga, or I'm going to slap the shit out you. No, people could have respect that because we see it. I've seen it a few times. People come on with the bullshit like, yo, listen, most of the time, if it's not really annoying, people will let it ride. Some people will even move because they don't want confrontation. But I have seen people that's with the shit say they on a bad day too. Like, listen, nigga, I ain't getting none last night just like you. Get the fuck away from me singing all that shit in my ear and it's going to be lovely day, lovely day. Like one nigga come on some lovely day shit, know what I mean? Like lovely day. And you having a bad day. Like you waking up, you late, know what I mean? You having one of them days and then come on with the happy smiles and giggles. You be like, yo, take that shit somewhere else and you might be wrong. But we seen that. So, to see him get on it and all that, I ain't really surprised. Was I surprised the the Black Panthers, Black Lives Matter came out finally? Yeah, I am. Am I surprised his father want to sue somebody? No, I'm not. I would want to sue too if one of my family members was done in this fashion. Now it's like, yeah, he had criminal record, he had this, he had that. Yeah, he did. And he had issues, obviously. He should have got the help that he needed, but he still didn't deserve to be killed. That's my only thing. You got the nigga, you got the nigga. All right, wait till the cops come hold him alive. And we always said it. Them white niggas get brought in alive. Why it's only but you're black. Why we the only ones don't be coming in alive. But y'all know who it is. Popovich from Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid.